On the bright side, I can actually like move now. Hi freaks, welcome back to Hi Stylin. You may recall that last episode, Jaime had made an entire scene instead of just an outfit, including dishes made of clothing. And in today's episode, Jaime has made clothing out of dishes. So let's talk about the rest of it. We have a hat, we have Jaime's favorite crazy necklace. We have a napkin, like we're about to have barbecue. It's like tucked into the shirt, maybe. I don't know. I didn't buy those napkins either, so I don't have those. I do have the bowls, but I don't think I'm actually going to make a skirt out of bowls. That seems pretty hard to wear. And then we have the legs made of earrings again. Only this time, instead of being thigh-high socks with a peak of thigh, it looks kind of more like green ankle boots with a peak of leg. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I don't have green boots, but I'll figure it out. And then we have some kind of cane, a rainbow cane made of a sock, and then a scarf inexplicably tied around the waist. I want a Captain Hook instead of a hand. Don't know how I'm gonna swing that. Not willing to cut off my hand for fashion. And then Jaime picked us an actual pair of regular socks, which we're not going to see in the boots, but thanks, Jaime. How very thoughtful. Oh, and then we have earrings being worn as earrings this time, which is a relief. This was a giant earring in the picture, but I'm using a shower hook. In case anyone cares, these are the napkins I actually bought. Why am I the only person I know who uses cloth napkins? I thought we were supposed to be sustainable. I love how there's like a collar here, and then this collar is just like splayed out to the side. It was so much work to make this outfit, but it's gonna be so much work also to unmake it. Alright, Jaime, what even is this outfit? I can barely move. Just pretend this sock goes all the way down. And so here's my rainbow cane. And then once again, my craft felt has come to the rescue with the footwear. So we've got some green booties here. I can't walk in them without them falling apart. This look only works from the front. I fashioned the skirt with some bandanas. Those are the bowls. And we've got the scarf, we've got our napkin, we're ready to go have some barbecue ribs, and I'm holding this microphone with my hook. Where are we going? I feel like this look is like if Captain Hook lost his mind and just wanted to go have a night on the town. I feel so ready for a fun time and ready for a lot of different situations. We have like a ball cap, a cane just in case, and again, the napkin. Is the napkin supposed to be like a tie somehow? I'm not sure. There's a lot of colors, there's a lot of polka dots. I don't know really what I'm gonna keep from this look. Well, I guess we'll start with the obvious things that aren't gonna work, which is honestly most of it. Like, we're not gonna wear a skirt that's pinned together with safety pins. We're not gonna wear felt on half of our leg. And we're probably not gonna wear a napkin. We're not gonna have a sock on a umbrella. So it's gonna be pretty different. Okay, I got rid of all the unwearable stuff, and this is the only roughly skirt I think I own. And honestly, it made it worse. At least the bowls matched with all the other rainbow stuff. On the bright side, I can actually like move now, but yeah, so I don't know if I should keep the skirt and try to make it more fun somehow, or just forget about that and keep going with polka dot rainbow. I also tucked the necklace under because I remember we did that one time and I think it works so much better. Well, I thought I would try wearing the rainbow sock as a sock because I realized, this scarf goes with the skirt pretty well. And I thought if we just lean into the jewel tones and the black and white, because there is black and white in the hat. So actually, I'm going to get rid of that now and just use the skirt instead. And like stripes is kind of like polka dots, right? Sort of. I think we can do something with this. We have to lose this shirt now, though. I just took the polka dot sock off because we're obviously not going to use that, and I left the other one on just for the inspo. And I found some shirt options. The first thought I had was, black and white stripes with black and white stripes. Could work. Next, I found black and white polka dots, which is keeping with the theme, but is probably going to be too much, but we have to try it. Next, I found this shirt that has a very subtle pattern. Like, it's not polka dots, but it's just little dots. So I think that could work better since it's so subtle, but also doesn't really go with it, so we'll see. And then there's the shirt I was wearing at the beginning, which I hadn't even thought of, but it could work. Well, the off-whites are different, so maybe that doesn't really look as nice as I thought it would. Let's keep going and try the others. Ooh, I don't know about this one. I want it to work, and I feel like it almost could if we really tried to tie them in together since they're such different vibes. But I think to keep with Jaime's vision, we're going to end up just making it make less sense rather than tying them together. So I do feel like the shirt could almost just replace the skirt, though, because it has polka dots and it has ruffles. So we could just use this top with a different bottom if none of the other tops work with the skirt. So I'll keep this one in mind just in case. Yeah, I don't know if this one really works either because it has gray in it, which doesn't really go, and it's just a very different print, kind of like geometric. And I mean, this is geometric too in a way, but it just doesn't really work. This one also doesn't really go. I feel like it might work the best of the options. It does come with its own little stripes here, so that helps tie it in. I think it has the same problem as the polka dot top, where we're just going to really have to try to use the blue, maybe even like another blue flower to tie it all in. And I don't even have a blue flower. And also, that's not really what we're trying to do. We're trying to do rainbow. I just don't know if I'm being too ambitious thinking I can do anything rainbow with this skirt. Like, I might as well take the sock off. We're definitely not going to wear that. And then we're probably not going to wear these shoes either. This necklace doesn't work with this top. But at that point, we don't have any of the original pieces. Oh, except these earrings that we couldn't even see the whole time. And at that point, it just feels like I'm creating a totally different outfit. So maybe I should go back to the polka dot ruffle top and then just try a different skirt. Well, I'm going back to the scarf because wearing it around the waist felt super bulky and kind of like a medieval costume, but maybe we could wrap the scarf into some kind of skirt. It's not patterned and it's not really ruffled, but it gives it some texture. And then we could even put a patterned skirt over it. Or I'm forgetting that we're already doing ruffles up here, so maybe we don't need that. I don't know, so many different directions, and none of them feel right. What do I do? I had to take the footwear off, it was just really messing me up, and the necklace. I know we're losing all the rainbow, but maybe we can add it back or do it in a different way. So this feels a lot better. Anyway, I realized I could just use the scarf over this skirt to kind of break up the top and the bottom. So now the clashing of this white with this white isn't really as noticeable. And I kind of like the stripes because it makes it more of a continuation of the same thing. But I also still think the top I was wearing earlier could work. All right, it's down to those two. I think I actually like this top better with this. It's funny how putting the scarf over the skirt and kind of making it even more chaotic actually made the whole outfit less chaotic because we needed these patterns to be broken up. So that actually works better than I thought it would. Also, I think the long sleeves just felt more intense and this feels more balanced. And from far away, this doesn't even look like a pattern. Yeah, this actually looks more calm than the matching stripes. Now to accessorize. You know what? I think we should just incorporate the rainbow aspect in just using different colors. Like we have this golden color and we have the blue, and I'm gonna probably just keep these sort of turquoise earrings on and maybe just do little pops of color that way. I don't think the green shoes were really working for us, at least not those ones, and I don't think I have other ones. So let's find something though. All right, we got some purple and some red. And even though the reds show up more, I feel like the purple kind of screams, "Look, I'm purple." And then the red just feels more natural, maybe because I have a red lip, or maybe because there's just primary colors, yellow, blue, red. The purple feels more like it doesn't belong. Maybe I need to find some boots like Jaime intended. Ooh, these might be perfect. They just look black from the front and then they have a little pop of red that's not even that much. So let's see if these work. I think this will do. Let's see what else we can add. I put on a bunch of jewelry! So we've got black and white in a different pattern and black and gold in a different pattern, just kind of as a nod to all the bowls. And then I put on this rainbow bracelet, but I think I'm going to take it off because it's got a lot of colors we're not using, like purple and pink and orange. So, you know what? We're just not going to go rainbow. We're going to do primary colors and turquoise, and that's going to be rainbow enough. So then I put on this necklace that has both the color of the earrings and the color of the blue in the skirt, but I don't know, I don't love it. I think we can do better. Wahaha! This is not the statement necklace Jaime wanted, but it's the statement necklace regular me needed. And I think that might be the final look. I feel like we need some weird accessory, since I do kind of feel the lack of the weird random accessory. These are technically rain boots, but the umbrella just doesn't seem right. Should we just do the sword again? It's even got green on it. Okay, we'll switch it up. I just found this nutcracker that also isn't mine. People come collect your items. But I feel like this could also be used as a weapon, maybe? I do still feel like a pirate in this. I still feel like I'm Captain Hook going out on the town, maybe. Is this a look I would have come up with from scratch? No, but the goal was to take a look that was literally unwearable this time and turn it into something wearable, and we did that. So I think it's a win. I think I win. And let me know who you think wins, Jaime or regular me. And thanks for watching. I can't even like stand up straight right now.